Hello students. In this lecture, I will discuss about various input-output functions. Uh, Whenever we write a program, it requires data to operate upon so that it could process it and produce the result as per the requirements. One method of providing data to a program to assign a value to the variable within the program and access the variables whenever required. You are already familiar with this method. This method suits well for the situation where data is of fixed type and happens to be very small in volume. You cannot afford to deal with this method if data such as roll number, name, address, subjects, marks of 50 students has to be processed. It is quite obvious that for such situations, program should accept the data from the source like keyboard. Now, C language provides wide variety of input-output functions for accepting data from the keyboard in the program and display the result on your monitor. These functions remains available in the function library and can always be accessed from there by using appropriate statements. The input-output operations are not part of C language. As such, rather they exist as functions as a part of the language. They are available in functions in the standard libraries along with other functions and can be used by the users. The input-output operations take place as a stream of characters. The standard input-output functions may be considered as a character-based input-output functions and string-based input-output functions. Each input-output device has a buffer associated with it through which the input or output operation take place. So the standard input-output functions are buffered. If the standard input buffers is not clear, then the contents of the buffer may interface with the following input operations. So care must be taken here to clear the standard input buffer. Clearing the output buffer, either use a new line character, unused and input functions are clearly the buffer explicitly. The statement just like has include stdio.h as we discussed in the previous lectures includes the contents of standard input output file. Stdio.h at compile time which contains definition of stdin, stdi, std out like that. C language provides the functions getch, getchar, getche, putchar, scanf, printf for character input and gets puts scanf, printf for string based input output. Values can be assigned to variables by using the assignment statements. C provides standard functions scanf and printf for performing formatted input and output respectively. The format specification string is a character string which specifies the data type of each variable to be input or output and the size or width of the input or output. As we have discussed, uh, uh, we conclude that you see the input output functions are classified in basically two types, two categories. Number one is formatted input, another one is unformatted input output. Here I am going to discuss first input functions. Input functions are classified in various categories, that is formatted input. For example, scanf function, with the help of scanf function we can receive data from keyboard, and with the help of formatted output we can display output with the help on your monitor. First I will discuss about input output functions. Unformatted input, that is getch, getchar, getche, gets. Unformatted output, that is there are two functions, putchar, and putchar is used to, for to display character, and puts is used to display the strings. And in this case, gets is used to receive a string from keyboard. Now I will discuss first formatted input statements, that is scanf input function. The scanf input function is used for formatting input from standard input device, that is keyboard. The format specification string along the data to be input are the parameter to the scanf functions. The syntax of the function scanf, you can see in the slide, it consists of two parameters, that is control string and address list. Where control string is a sequence of one or more character groups. Each character group is combination of percent symbol and one of the conversion character. The control string specifies the type of the value which are to be supplied to the variable. And address list is the address of memory location where the value of the input variable should be stored. So in this example, you can see there are two format specifier used, that is %d. %d is used for integer value and %c indicates the character value. Here another values, that is variables use x and y following by ampersand sign. Ampersand sign includes indicates the address of x and address of y, means whatever you input from your keyboard, the first value will store in the variable x and the next value will store, that is character type, in variable y. Here in the slide there are various format specifiers shown in the slide. The data item entered from keyboard must correspond to the arguments in the scanf function in number, in type and in order. The scanf function reads and converts characters from the standard input according to the specified format, that is format specifier. String and store the input in the memory location represented by the list of variables. If the strings data type variable is to be read, the variable name is not preceded by the character. In this list you can see the various format specifier, that is %d is used for integer type of value, it may be short integer. %u symbol is used as a unsigned short. %ld is for long data type. For hexadecimal it is uses %x. So the %d characters is used to input decimal integers data through the statement input device, just like in the previous lecture I explained you the use. And the syntax will be scanf, then a specifier, that is %d, and then address of x, just like that. Let the input for the statement or syntax, like suppose you enter the value of a is 35, then the syntax will be for integer value is scanf %d and %a. That is the value you input from keyboard will stored at place at the address of a. And input of integer value, you can put value like %3d. Here 3 is the number of digits. The digits 3 indicates the field width of the input number. If you are reading 6 digit number, then the digit 6 representing the field width must be inserted between the percent symbols, and the conversion character as in the statement will be scanf %6d comma %a. In the case the number to be input are long or short data type, then the character group should be changed. The character group %d is replaced by %d and %hd respectively to long and short integers. %ld for long and %hd for short integers. Here variable x and y you can see in the slide is the long integer variable and y is the short integer variable, and the character stand for long and the character h stand for half. If the number to be accepted for the variable is type unsigned, then the %u character group should be used. You can see in the example unsigned type scanf %u comma %marks means whatever marks you input from keyboard, that will be stored at the address of marks. Floating point can be input using %f specification. The field width is generally not specified for a real number, whether it is a decimal or a specific notation. The following statements you can see %f comma and %y. Here the number to be input for y is suppose 50, then the 50 will be stored at the address of y. If the value to be supplied to x, that is 360.4, then 360.4 will be stored at the place of y, means floating point value. Some applications require a character constant or a string constant as input. In accepting a character constant using scanf, character group %c is used, but the character group %s is used for string constant. Here the symbol is a character variable. In the example you can see here the value which is stored at the address of y will be character type. In the character input as a name or address, then the sequence of character that constitute the name or address should be typed. The total number of characters present in the name or address must be specified in the control string. The scanf statement to read a name or address with %c character group is the same written in the slide. Now formatted output statements. So I told you earlier for formatted output we use printf functions. We have seen already seen in the previous examples. Here you can see the syntax of printf functions. It has two arguments, control string and variable list. It is as I know, it is necessary that the result produced by C program should be in such a way that they are understandable and are in an easy to use form. The printf function provides such facilities in which one can control alignment and spacing of printouts on the terminal on our monitor. General form you can see here. Control string consists of basically three type of components, that is characters that will be printed on the screen as they appear, and second one is format specifier that define the output format for the display of each item, that is %d or %c or %s, and next one is escape sequence characters such as /n/t/b, that is /n is used for new line. Then you have to mention the format specifier and the masses and how they appear it. These three components you have to mention in the control string. Here argument should match in a number in a particular order and type with format specification. And variable list is a list where it is the list of the variables which value you want to print. In case of printf function, you can see the example here. The value of a is equals to %d comma a. Here the value of a is a message and %d is format specifier for integer value. Means here the type of value which is to be printed is integer type, that is a. Next example is printf the value of a and b, that is %d. Means here I am going to print two variables value, that is a and b. Then I have to use format specifier 2 times and print the value of a and b. Format output statements. Here you can see output of integer value. Just I told you here one extra character I have used, that is %wd. Here %w means w means bits. You can specify the bits of particular number also. Output of message, just like without variable, you can just print the message. First program in C, whatever you can write, it will display simply. And suppose you want to change line, then you can use /n, that is new line character, backslash character. And last statement indicates that you can print various values of variables without any message. Here I have written a equals to %f. It means the value which is stored at variable a, that is floating value, and the value which is stored at place b, that is integer value. Means here I have used two values, a equals to %f and b equals to %d, and comma x comma y. Here this statement is wrong because I have to write here a comma b. Here I have written x comma y. Then this the fourth statement is totally wrong. Just I want to show you that the order of the variables and the particular variable list must be clear. Unformatted input output. Now as I have discussed previously, the various type of functions like printf function and scanf function, both are defined under stdio.h. Scanf is used to input formatted characters, have you can say formatted message, formatted input from your keyboard, but in case of formatted output I have to use printf function. Now I will discuss about the unformatted input and output. Unformatted input output statements are primarily concerned with reading a character data type from the keyboard. The getChar and getters functions, getChar and gets functions, both functions which are used for this purpose. Since they are included in the stdio.h, the C program that uses these functions should exclusively have the preprocessor statements like #include stdio.h. Means whenever you will write program, then first you have to mention #include stdio.h, because the definition of getChar and getters function are defined under this header files. getChar function. getChar function returns a character just entered from the standard input unit, that is keyboard. The entered character can be either assigned to a character variable or echoed to the computer screen. Enter key must be pressed after typing the character. The function getChar, the syntax of function getChar is shown in the slide. You can see here a equals to getChar. Means whatever character you press on the keyboard of your computer, it will store in the variable a. Where A is a character type variable to which an accepted character is assigned, and we'll see further examples of this function. And the gets function reads the everything you enter from the keyboard until the enter key on return is pressed. Here everything means a string in a sequence of all printable ASCII characters. The return key that was pressed at last would not be stored in the character string. It overcomes the limitation of scanf statements with %s option. The syntax you can see in the slide: gets and whatever string you will enter from your keyboard. Unformatted output statements. These statements are mainly concerned with displaying or printing the character data type on the monitor. The putchar and puts functions are used for this purpose. The following statements is required, that is putchar in bracket cs and puts and in bracket a particular message. And both are these functions are also defined under stdio.h. means whenever you will write program, first you have to include the stdio.h file. Putchar function display single character on your monitor, computer's monitor. The character on the character variable that is to be displayed is passed as an argument to the function. This function prints a single character on the screen. The character to be displayed is of type char, just like in slide that shown putchar and cs. Whatever character you store that in ch variable, it will display on the monitor. The puts function prints a string of character on the screen. The new line character that's signaled the end of a string will not be displayed. The syntax is written in the slide: puts and message. Whatever message you store in the variable, it will display. Here I have written one example to show how these functions work. The first line is hash include stdio.h, that is I have included the header files under which all these functions like getchar, putchar are defined. And next line is hash include conio.h, console input output. In previous slides, in previous lecture I have explained about these header files. Conio.h is used to hold the output screen. Then void main, that is the beginning of the program. I have taken here one character type variable that is char c, and print given a message that is type a character. When you execute a program, it will prompt type a character. When you press any character, suppose in this case I have pressed here A. Now this character will store in C. Whatever you input here with the help of keyboard, it will be stored. It will read by getchar function and stored into the variable. You will specify here any kind of variable. I have written here C. You can write any variable. Then print with the help of print function the character you typed is. Just to enhance the understandability of the program, I have written here message the character you typed is, it will display on the screen. And putchar C, whatever value, whatever character is stored in C, it will be displayed by putchar. The statement is putchar C. So suppose you press here A, then A will be stored in C, and with the help of putchar function, it will display the message the character you typed is A. Suppose you will press here B, then it will print as B. And in this example, I am demonstrating the getS and putS functions. In this case, I already told you getS and putS, both the functions are used to handle string. Here one variable I have taken, character type, and length of this character S is 50. Given a message, type a string less than 50 characters. Gets a string means getS is read whatever string you type with the help of your keyboard. Now you have to type less than 50 characters because size is specified here. I have specified size 50. Then whatever message you type, with the help of getS function, it will read the string. And just to enhance the understandability of the program, I written here a message, the string you typed is. It will display on your screen. And putS S, it will display the string you have typed with your keyboard. Now you can see the output here. When you execute the program, it will display first message, type a string less than 50 characters. Here I have written BBD University. When you press enter, it will display the string you typed is BBD University. Means whatever you will type here, it will be displayed by the puts function. Now I will show you how to perform scanf and printf function with a real example. I will open first new file, then first I will save it, save as printf dot c, printf one dot c. Now first I will put comment here. Program to demonstrate printf and scanf functions. First I will include necessary header files as I have discussed, has include stdio.h. Next file is has include conio.h, because printf and scanf functions are defined under stdio.h. Then we'll start void main. You know the meaning of void, just mute the function main just to suppress the warning message. We use void. And the next option of void is return. We'll start. I will take here two variables, int a comma b. We can take c also to store the result. There are three variables here and with semicolon. Now in previous example I have just assigned the value to the variable, just like a equals to 5. A equals to just a equals to 5 and b equals to 6. What does it mean? It means I am assigning value 5 to variable A and value 6 to variable B. Now we can use mathematical operator and assignment operator just to add the two values A plus B, and I can display it, I can print the result. But here with the help of scanf function, I am going to demonstrate you with the help of scanf function how we can read value from keyboard. Now here there are three variables. I have removed the values. Now here I will write a message printf, just to display message printf enter the value of A. This message is just to enhance the understandability of the program. Value of A. Now I will write here scanf, then format specifier I will use here %d because of numeric value. Just because of numeric value I have used here %d, comma %a. What it means? Whatever you enter here, whatever value you enter, it will be stored at the address of A. Next I will copy it. I can copy it, control insert to copy and shift insert to paste. Now change the message, enter the value of A, enter the value of here B. I will enter here B, value of B, and read here value of B. Now with this statement another message will prompt like enter the value of B. Whatever value you enter here, it will be scanned, it will be read by scanf function and stored at the address of B. Now you can use this formula, C equals to A plus B. Now you can see here, without assigning value, I have read the value from a keyboard. First it will prompt the message, enter the value of A, read it with the help of scanf function, and with the help of printf function another message displayed, and whatever you will print, it will stored at address of B. Then I have used here C equals to A plus B, means the result of A plus B will be stored to variable C. Now I will print the value of C. How we can print the value of C? print printf. Now here printf function uses two arguments, control string. So here I will use number 1, the message, the sum of A and B is equals to, then I will use here format specifier. Because of the variable C is of integer type, then I will use here %d, that is format specifier. I will enclose this control string, then put here comma, then the list of variables, means the name of variable you have to specify here for what value you want to print. Suppose I am going to print the value of variable C, then I will mention here C, then close the bracket, put the semicolon here. Now I will use here get CS function, here I have to write get CS function, and get CS function is used to hold the screen output screen. Get function is used to hold the screen. Otherwise, you have to press Alt plus F5 again and again. I want to show you, I will show you. First I will save it, Alt Fs, file saved with printf1.c. Now I will compile the program, compile it. Now it displays success, means now I can run the program. Press and run. Now you can see on the output screen, enter the value of a. Suppose I am entering here the value of a is 10. Now the 10 value is stored, assigned to variable a. And another message is enter the value of b. Suppose I have entered here 20. Now 20 is assigned to variable b. Press enter. Now you can see the result. The sum of a and b is equals to 30. Like this, you can again execute the program. Alt R just to run. Now you can change the value. Here the previous output also shown here because of CLR SCR. I will enter here first. Enter the value of 50. Enter the value of 60. Then press, then the sum of a and b is equals to 110. Now first I will use here CLR SCR just to clear the screen. CLR SCR. I told you CLR SCR function is used to clear the previous output, means clear the screen, and the definition of CLR SCR function is defined under conio.h, has include conio.h header file. Now if you execute the program, your screen will be clear, means the previous outputs suppressed from the screen. Now you can enter here the value of a 15 and the value of b is 16. The result will be 31. Now I want to show you the use of getCS function. This getCS function. So then I will make getCS function as a comment, just like this. By putting double forward slash before getCS, it become comment. Just like the first line. First line start with double forward slash, so that these lines cannot be read by compiler. So now see the effect of this elimination of getCH. Now first I will save the file, then I will compile it. It is success. Now run the file. Alt R and enter. Now enter the value of a. Suppose I have entered here 5. Enter the value of b 6. I am entering here value. Now I enter the final. Now you can see there will be no result displayed on the screen. Then how we can see the result finally? By using Alt plus F5 on keyboard. Alt plus F5. When you press Alt plus F5, then you can see your result. So to hold this screen, because it is very cumbersome process by pressing Alt F5 many times, so I will use here getCS function. And one thing you have to clear in mind, that whenever you use getCS function, you have to include conio.h file. Conio.h file means console input output. This is header files, and CLR SCR function and getCS function, both functions are defined under the conio.h. So just to hold the screen, just to hold the output screen, I have used here getCS function. So now I show you the demonstration how we can read data from keyboard and how to print data on monitor. Scanf function receive two arguments, You can see number one is %d, that is format specifier. Here according to type of data, this specifier may be changed time to time. And this is the list of variables. Here you can read the value of a and b at the same time. I'm showing you, just making the comment this line. Now you can put here another specifier, that is %d. Sorry, I can write here %d, and this %d is for written for b, no space required. Now you can enclose under, and here you have to put comma. Always keep in mind, because of address of a and address of b. Now you can read the values of a and b such time by using format specifier in the same line and both the variables in same line. So scanf function's first argument is format specifier. Here I have used two format specifier, one for value a and another one for value b. Here if you compile the program, first you save the program, then compile the program, there will be no problem. Sorry, there is error, something written here s, it is wrong by mistake. Okay, now save the files, now compile the file, there is no problem, success. Now you can execute, run, the same message will display 10 and 20. Now you have to put all the values same time. Yes. Now the sum of a and b is equals to 30. So in this case, if you write the both variable in one line with one scanf function, you will use both the value. Then you cannot specify here message separately. You have to enter both the values one by one, and the result will be same. So here I shown you here the function of scanf printf. Printf function also takes two arguments. One is control string, another one the list of variables. Here the first control string is the sum of a and b, and control string consists of the message and a particular format specifier. So this is the message, and %d is a specifier, and c is the name of variable which value I want to print.